Oh, hello, lovelies. Hello. Allie at A Cleaver Art. We switched up what we were doing. We are outside because it's a beautiful day. I am slowly sliding you guys down so you can see all the pretty trees. Um, I am blocking the flowers, but so we cut our last live short. We did. We just said, F it, we're gonna just restart. Because of mental health. Here's the thing. We had a friend who hasn't really been motivated to go outside a lot. So I was like, hey, let me show you what we're doing out here. We can move this. So we are literally 4 feet from where we were 20 minutes ago. Hi, I see you. Um, I am feeling much better today. I just needed some sleep, I think. I was talking about checking in on each other. So I cut the first round short this morning. Um, and we are outside in the backyard now. And hopefully our friend is actually getting ready and going on a walk. So this is one of the morning rituals that I I preach. Um, and it's the 2 minute reset. Okay. So I know that a lot of times our perspective gets stuck on like one thing. Like we can either scatterbrain or we like hyper focus. So my ritual is before I go live, I will walk the perimeter, you know? Now all that is I go outside, I literally walk around the entire edge of my property line. I go and I smell all these little pretty flowers back here. Um, so to secure the area, I thought it actually is to remind me what I'm building. So these flowers back here, these beautiful little guys, um, when I first moved in, there was only one, and you could see all of this was just trash and empty. And so when I walk outside in my backyard, I see the dreams and ways that I was going to rearrange it that I didn't. And I see the ways that it naturally grew. So like the fire pit, it's functional. It's not as pretty as I would like it. That's a 1 day project. But when I walk around it, I am reminded that it's functional. Hi, beautiful. Hi. Um, when I stop and literally smell the flowers, because you should always do that when you have a chance, I am reminded how far I have come. Do you guys know that good morning, lovelies, was me talking to my orchid? You haven't smelled the flowers. Oh my goodness, go, that's your assignment for today. um, so, Bree, I'm talking about how my ritual before I go live is walking the perimeter. And it's just coming outside and doing like a 2 minute visual reset, being reminded what I'm trying to build. So, like the fireplace, functional, not absolutely the most beautiful thing, still one of my favorite spots in the yard. I'm all about that spark and that light and just, So, we are out here in the backyard today, hopefully to add a little bit of light, some calming nature to a friend's life. So, um, what do I plan on building on my property? That is a good question because I don't think it's going to always be this property. In my visions of the future, it's more like a farm or a homestead. Um, there is definitely a large creative area, like a workshop space, kind of like an old barn, um, but like big. There's a garden. There's a gazebo next to the turtle pond. Um, Goats. I want goats. Okay. I know it sounds so silly, but I want goats. Um, I I will have chickens, but only because, guys, I just love chicken. It's so delicious. No. But yeah, like I kind of when I see my dream slice of heaven on earth, it is bigger than this. There's more trees, there's lights hanging and there's but guys, it's gotten this far. It's gotten to a point where when I walk around, I am paying attention to what's truly there. I used to get up and go to work every day and burn myself out for something that I already had, but I wasn't paying attention to. I have a yard that my kid and my dog can run around in. I have a healthy kid and dog. What? Like, we're doing something right. Um, and I recently moved some of the lights from back here, and I had a sign that said Mama's Garden. And I hung it over my actual front yard little garden because, this isn't ready for the field of lavender that gets turned into essential oils. It's not yet. One day, maybe. I don't know. Today, I'm just trying to make a friend feel seen and understood. That's what we're making today. Beautiful memories. That's art too. So, what are you guys creating with your weekend? Is it just, a beautiful moment? Is it getting something done that you have to do? Are you playing it by ear, kind of just going with the flow? Do you have somewhere beautiful to go enjoy? I know, guys. I know. We don't do small talk here. We do real life. Years as a server, bartender. Yes. Yes. Good. Okay. I learned to serve up a little bit of ornery delight. It's the pixie in me, honestly. But I would rather be an instigator and remind you guys that you're creators and can make something that you can change your perspective than sit around and twiddle my thumbs, pretend like there's not a way that I can help. All we had to do was go outside and we got somebody motivated. Getting back on track with yoga. Oh my God. So I also need to get back on track with yoga. Always take a sweater. I swear it's like a towel. Um, if you don't know, that's a reference to a very fun movie that everybody should watch. But yeah, like, so what we're doing this morning is we're encouraging each other. Like, so simple. How are you liking the live and paying attention to the beauty around you? What's the last flower that you smelled? If you're out walking, there's a flower somewhere nearby. Go sniff that bad boy. Actually, one of my favorite pictures of me ever. I'm smelling a flower. I think it was the Richmond Rose Garden. It's one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. Um, and it's just because the person who took the picture caught me. Hop the fence and run. No, no, we don't do that. But as long as you're paying attention to where they're at. um, yeah, guys, I am still balancing out my instigator troublemaker side. I had a history of being like, guys, this is a bad idea, but we totally should do this thing. And people being like, yeah, let's do this. Um, yes. Okay, so see, we're reminding each other. Did I tell you about the garden that I planted? Let me tell you guys about my garden. I've lived in this house for 5 years. Now, like I said, I'm a big dreamer. There's Everything's got a purpose, right? It's got some secret hidden meaning because that's how I add magic to my life. So I have for 5 years told myself every February that the second it warms up and I can tear up the front little patch of garden space in front of my porch, that I'm going to do it. I've gone so far as to start the seed kits, to have the guys, this has been like a futile act, a fight against, actual any action. Um, and this year I was doing good. I got the ground all ready. I ordered the soil. Um, I even had like the seeds getting germinated. Tell me why my cats totally destroyed the first set of seeds. Like, I was gone for a 12-hour workday, came home, and all of my little babies gone. Like, ripped to shreds. I cried. Tears, guys, because as you remember, the whole way I started doing videos and sharing myself was talking to the lovely little plants that were growing, reminding them that we were creating something beautiful, that they were beautiful. You guys are like plants to me. We're all growing. We need water and sun and we need to go outside. Um, but my garden, guys, all the excuses in the world not to plant it. So I'm sitting there one day and I'm looking at this space that is all prepped and ready. And I'm mad. I'm mad. It's like 85 degrees, guys. There's no way anything I plant is going to grow. Absolutely no way. My rose bush, the only thing that actually got in the ground and has seen any sort of trying to grow, has been run over and destroyed. Like, it looks like a grave, guys. It looks like I prepped a grave in my beautiful, supposed to show me blooming garden. That doesn't feel like home. It was depressing. And I took all of that rage, all of that disappointment, and not showing up for myself previously. And I told these seeds, you don't have to bloom this year. You don't have to bloom next year. But you have to be planted. I have to know that when next year comes and I do all of this, that there's a chance that the sunflowers are going to pop up behind the African daisies, that the yarrow is just going to kind of fluff around the stair like I see it in my mind. But I gave it permission to not grow. I gave myself permission to waste these seeds. And I planted that effing garden, guys. Okay? Blood, sweat, tears. It actually ended up like cutting my finger. I don't do the worms. I love gardening. I don't do the worms. So that was like a eek over here thing. It was a whole process. Um, but I planted the garden. Nothing has bloomed. It has been miserably hot. I have not gone out and watered the garden regularly. Every other day we're getting rain floods like we're in monsoon season. And then the next day it's dry like we're out in Arizona and we've never seen anything but the sun. So this garden is probably not going to grow. Does that mean I dig up the seed to see if it's taking root? Do I just trust that the act of planting the garden was enough? I still talk to the garden. I still walk outside and say, I see you blooming. I know that eventually you'll be your biggest, best self, and it's okay to be what you are right now. And every time I say that to the garden, I'm saying that to myself. I'm using that as a reflection of me. Planting those seeds that might not ever bloom, whether that soil was fertile enough or not, whether it was the right time, that was an act of care. That was a promise I had made myself that I didn't think was important until I did it. Um, Kind of like getting up and going outside for a walk this morning, or sitting down and doing that 5-minute sketch. Guys, if you gotta heart me, I wouldn't mind. Be kind of interesting to hit a couple of the TikTok goals. Um, I don't think that they're necessarily like my driving motivator. Like I think all the platforms say you gotta have like 10K to get monetized pretty regularly. Um, I'm a big believer in you just need one. I just need like one person to buy a painting this week. A heart me is one of like the little gift things that you can like build up a fan club, and like so it's one of the ways that you can support the live. Yeah, so like instead of roses, but the heart me is like the fan club thing, and you build it up. When I go to people's, I always leave the coffee cup, um, just cause they don't have a paintbrush that I've been able to find yet. But yeah, it's been a journey trying to figure out how to do these things. Take your time. I keep telling people, explore the A Cleaver art universe, figure out what we're doing here together. I just appreciate you showing up today. Like, I like seeing familiar faces. How's that walk going, Boo? You haven't checked in. I do see that you're still active, so I'll count it. But the creek, oh, yeah. See, that makes my heart so happy. I I love water. So I am definitely like a please let me be outside person, which is hard in Ohio because we have, like, this is summertime, guys. I'm in my backyard right now, and yeah, I've got trees, but it literally looks overcast and like it could rain any freaking minute. You know who's sitting out here anyway? Me, because until it rains, I think we needed to be outside. I think we needed this, not just for, free, but also it's helping me. Um, it's just how we do it, you know? You never know, but when you act, things change. And so, like I said, guys, the garden, I don't know. I, and it's not that I don't care. I think it's technically detachment to be like, oh, I just needed to show myself I could do this thing. That was rewarding enough for me. And I know that's weird. You know, I still have not put a single mark on this canvas this morning. Um, but I keep trying to tell people that um, sometimes it is in the break, going outside and just enjoying the beauty around you. We get trapped in our heads a lot. We make these to-do lists and things that need to be accomplished. And, priorities are great, guys. We got to have a goal. We got to have a focus. Our why keeps us motivated. But I get some really good ideas when I let my brain slow down, when I give myself some space, when I let myself shift focus, even just for a minute. Um, you know, Speaking of creeks, yesterday I did like a half pour paint, half collage picture. Um, it's not done. We'll probably work on it later today if I have the energy. But it was about flow. It was about tapping in and just letting that freedom create. Um, and you got to trust yourself. If there is something in your heart that's saying, "Hey, you need to go for a walk," or "Hey, you need to straighten this stack of papers," do it. Like, who's it hurting? I didn't hurt anybody by deciding to get on and make a live this morning. In fact, I feel like hopefully I made one person smile. I'm smiling. Right, so check. Put that bitch in the mail. It is ready. Girl, thank you for dragging me outside. You were such good inspiration. I haven't. You have a rock in your shoe. Well, sometimes I think that's just so that we know we're alive. Like when I actually sat on a tack the other day. Now it was my fault. I put the tack in my pocket. Um, but yeah, that little like, oh, okay. What are we doing here? I'm alive. I'm well. Okay, all the pieces are parts. I think it's just like a little check-in from the universe. Um, yeah, it's because I've been hanging these guys up, all these beauties. I've been trying to put all of the ones that are for sale on like one side. Um, these are like the I want to continuously focusedly work on. Um, and so I had a few extra tacks and I was trying to, and I totally forgot they were in my pocket until I sat down. But talk about an authentic soul reminder, huh? I was definitely like, ooh, let's, now that we're aware, I think this is the most time we've gotten to hang out. Oh, it was just a little tiny hope. Just a little tiny one. And sometimes that's all the motivation you need. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard any of my story. I like to learn the lesson 17 times um, just to make sure that there's no, possible achievements that I missed. um, yeah, stubborn and determined, all in how you look at it. Persistent, maybe. Um, did you get all your steps in? You saw some flowers and some water. Are you exhausted or refreshed? Yeah, so the traffic would be the opposite. People find it so hard to believe that I am like in the middle of, a busy city. Like one of our main roads is like 3 blocks over. I think maybe 2.5. Good, good. See, that was the point. We both got to get refreshed. I'm so glad. But yeah, I love exploring the world around me, just seeing the new thing that I can pay attention to. So like the ritual of like the 2-minute walk, the like visual reset, it's kind of like a hidden treasure hunt. Um, I find different things every time. Like this morning, there is apparently a strawberry trying to grow near my patio. I I don't know why I've never planted strawberries back here. Probably like one of the picnics and fires we had, somebody threw, you know, the rest of their strawberry and it just had time to germinate, I guess. But, like a little, it's like, ooh, that's delightful. If I wouldn't have walked the yard, I wouldn't have seen it. Um, the different flowers that bloom. Uh, the other day, I got to see where the new bird's nest is. Yeah, strawberries are my favorite. I'm a June baby, so they're always fresh for my birthday. Ugh, strawberry shortcake, chef's kiss. Okay, number one fave. Don't care. We'll eat it by the pound. Zuh. Do not put one in front of me and tell me to share. Um, but I also like just plain strawberries. But there was just one growing, and it's a little late for strawberry season, so it was kind of just like a little. It just made me giggle, like a secret joy. 200 comments, girl. Oh my goodness, thank you, thank you. I love that Top keeps track of stuff like that because like we can see like how it's building and growing. I need to start getting on other people's lives and commenting more. Thank you for that reminder. Um, I love that we're building this together. I would not have gotten nearly as far as I have with this little adventure without you. So thank you for being that otter and holding my hand. Um, I mean it. Don't be humble. It's true. Um, but girl, I think I'm gonna like heat up the coffee, maybe do a quick lap around my neighborhood, um, and then do some behind the scenes technical stuff because I want to get these shirts in the shop today before noon. So I have a friend that always says, "Do you, boo?" And it cracks me up because that's what we're doing. Isn't it delightful? Thank you so much for getting me outside this morning. Um, really, it was a good one. Maybe we'll do the like organizing a shelf later. Just one, because God, be so serious. um, but I do love you, and I appreciate that you guys spent some time with me this morning. I love that we're just kind of going with the flow and figuring these things out, that they don't necessarily have to be one specific thing yet. We will get there. We've come quite a far way though, you know, um, and we're just gonna keep doing it together. So Allie at A Cleaver Art, please go check out all the amazing links and spaces that I've created. Um, Come join us at noon. I'm not sure if I will be on for a live between now and then, but we'll definitely do some studio time before the weekend's over, guys. But noon for At the Table, I've got a couple of really fun artworks to show and share with you guys, and I can't wait. So, nobody else has told you, you are beautiful. I see you. Like, I know what you're doing. I know you're beautiful. Don't make me get the mirror, but I'll see you soon.